Hello, and welcome to your U.S. History Virtual School course. If this is your first time taking a course through Marion Virtual, let's go ahead and check out some of the features of your course and how to successfully navigate within it. This can also be helpful if it has been a while since you have been in one of these courses. Here you will see the home screen. This home screen will appear every time that you log into the course. If you would like to return to this page at any time as you're working, click the icon that looks like a small house here. This home button takes you back to this screen. Take a moment to check out the black navigation bar located above your Marion Virtual School logo. There are several icons here. Let's go over briefly what each of these are for. The first one that looks like a small book is your lesson icon. Clicking this will bring you to your course lessons. Then we have the assessment icon. It looks like a small inbox. This is where you will go to access all of your assignments and your assessments, including quizzes and tests. This is where you will go to submit all of your work in the course. Again, the home screen brings you back to this page that we are currently on. Then we have main menu. Clicking on main menu opens a drop-down with many different options for you. We'll go over some of the more important ones a little bit later on. And then we have your email icon. It looks like the small envelope. If you have any messages waiting to be read, they will appear as a number in red. So I have one on red message right now. It's a good idea to always check your email every day. Definitely if you see that there is an unread message, check out what that is, as this is good communication between you and your teacher. Finally, you will see the drop down of all of the courses that you are enrolled in, and you are able to switch back and forth between your courses from here. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what your lessons are going to look like. I'll take you through one of them. Alright, so we've got segment 1 and segment 2 for this course, broken down into 4 modules each. So if you are completing both segment 1 and segment 2, it's a total of 8 modules. Within each module, you will have a set of lessons. So in segment 1, module 1, you can see that you have 9 lessons to complete. And let's go ahead and check out 1.04, Rebuilding the Government, as this has a lot of the same features that you will see in many of your other lessons. So the first page of a lesson is always going to be your objective page. This gives you some background and previews the information and content that you're going to be learning. You see sometimes that there are these blue underlined words. Clicking on these words will bring you to a definition. Also, you have an area here on the side where you can access glossary terms if you want the list of all of the terms within that lesson. You will also see objectives at the bottom of your introduction page. In this lesson, you have 2 objectives. It's a good idea to always check out the objectives first, as these are like the roadmap for what you're going to be learning. And as a tip, if you change these into questions, it can help you as a self-check as you go through the lesson. If you are able to successfully answer the question, then you have met the objective. If you are not able to answer the question, it is a good indication that you may need to go back and revisit some of the information in the lesson. Sometimes, as in this lesson, you will see a clickable link to a chart, which if we click on that, it will bring us to a chart that you will be filling out as part of the lesson. You are able to print a copy for yourself here. Other times you may not have a chart. This one you will be turning in as part of your assessment, but some lessons do not have charts already made, and you will instead be doing a set of notes on your own. If you are unfamiliar with Cornell Notes, which is the recommended version of note-taking for this course, you can click through the tutorial, and it will take you through an example and exactly all of the steps on how you set up and use Cornell Notes successfully. If you have any questions on Cornell Notes, as you are working in the course, that's one of the things that feel free to contact me, and I will help you with getting started on those. Clicking to the next page of a lesson, you can either use the arrow at the top of the page, or there is also an arrow at the bottom of the page that you can use to navigate. If you want to go back to the previous page, you can also click the back arrow. And if you wanted to go back to the list of your modules, you can click the home page here. This home page is going to bring you to the module list. So let's go ahead and click the next page. You can see that in this lesson there are 7 pages of content that you'll be working through. Again, you may have some glossary terms that you can either click here or you can click the glossary itself for a full list. Make sure that you are reading through all of the information, taking notes as you are going. Again, the objectives can be a good way of knowing what information will be the most important. If you have changed an objective into a question, that can be the heading of your Cornell notes. In this case, there's a question here for you. What constitutional issues affected Reconstruction? Taking notes on this page, this would be a great question to keep in mind as you're answering. You may also see as we go through that there are some interactive features. If there aren't any in this lesson, I will take you to one that has some. Okay, so we have a Did You Know box. This is additional information that is good to always check out. And then we do have the interactive features. In this case, you're going to click through, and there are some clickable activities to help you to review information. If the interactive is not working, you can always choose instead to click the text version. Text version will show you all of the same information, but instead of being interactive, it's just going to show it to you as text. If you accidentally click that and you want to go back to the interactive, just click where it says interactive and it'll bring it right back for you. And then finally, when we get to the end of the lesson, you're going to see what the activity is. This one you're going to be reviewing and practicing, so you're going to take a little bit of a quiz to review the information. And then here it says, what do I submit? So for this lesson, you're going to have completed the chart. There's a reflection piece as well. Always check your grading rubric so that you know exactly how you're going to be scored for all of your assignments. This is what I look at when I score your work. And to submit your work, remember that we're going to go to Assessments. This gives you a list of all of the work for your course. You can see that there are pre-tests before the modules that will help us to determine what you already know. There are also exams that can be quizzes or tests. These are often multiple choice. Sometimes there are some short or extended response items as well. And then we also have these called assignments. These are the activities like the one that I am showing you. If you're enrolled in honors, make sure that you not only complete everything else on this page, but also the things marked as honors. If you are not enrolled in an honors class, complete everything except the ones marked honors. So to upload an assignment, we were looking at Module 1, Lesson 4, Rebuilding the Government. You can see that all of your lessons and exams are always marked with your module number and your lesson number. So we're going to go ahead and click the one that we want. That brings you to the assignment page. And down here is your upload area. So we're going to go ahead and add a file. It's a good idea to have a folder dedicated to this course. That way, if you have other courses, sometimes you'll have a lesson 1 or a module 1, lesson 4 in a science class or an English class, and rather than have multiple lesson 4s, if you have a module 1, lesson 4 for history in your history folder, it can just help you keep yourself organized. So I don't have that assignment here, but let's just upload a file. You would have one that was for module 1, lesson 4. We're just going to go ahead and click the template here. All you do to upload a file is, again, you're going to click Add Files, and then select from your list of files, double click on it, it's going to show up in your submission box, and then to submit for grading, you're going to do two things. You're going to check Submit for Grading, and then click the blue button that says Submit for Grading. If you haven't done both of these, the assignment has not been submitted to your teacher. If you want to save something for later without submitting, click the Save for Later button. Alright, so if we go back to main menu, I told you that I was going to take you through some of the other things here. You can access lessons and assessments here. You've got a lot of different things for course information. You've got a pacing guide, how to get started, student resources, all of that good stuff. But as well as that, you have your grade book. This is really important because this is where you're going to go to see all of your scores for all of your work, and also all of the feedback that has been left for you by your teacher. If you're asked to join a discussion group within a lesson, the discussion groups are located here. And then finally, if we go back to the home screen, you'll see my contact information. You can call me and text me at this number. Here is my email as well. And that is it. So thank you for sticking around to the end. If you have any questions, need any help getting started, contact me, and I look forward to working with you this year.